The views and opinions of this podcast are solely our own, with no direct intention to offend or upset.
Brilliant. Fucking brilliant.
Hello, you bunch of mental-looking, smarty-ass bastardos that you are. Welcome to another episode of What's the Script? It is Series 5 and now on episode 17. Getting to the back end of it. As you always know, we do 25 per season. Thank you very much for tuning in. As always, my name's Craig, and with me is Chris. How are we, Christopher?
A wee bit better, but no well, but better.
Good medicine you had to have got to a fucking gig, wasn't
it? Well, so much so, I says to you, I seen the new Jaguar advert and I thought it was a fever dream. So...
Oh, we'll touch on that. Don't you fucking worry, we'll touch that. So there we go, folks. It's us two as always. But with us this week, a very special, very special guest. We've got Tim, my best bud for many a year, who suggested to do today's film, and we also invited you, as you know, if you want to come on and talk about the film you suggested, you're more than welcome. Tim, how are you, mate?
I'm doing good, mate. Thanks very much to the two of you for getting me on. It's been a pleasure to come and do this one. I'm glad I was first one picked.
So... I couldn't have made it up, by the way. Couldn't have made it up. Because it works in quite well with our plugs that we normally do. I'll just go very quickly. Say always thank you to Quaint for our title tracks, letting us use them before you demand royalties off us the next year or two, bastards. And we're also in conjunction with Native Origins, the bespoke sport and leisure wear product that Tim is the CEO, head honcho, emperor, galactic fucking warrior. It's his baby. Tim, tell us about Native Origins, please.
Firstly, thanks for the shout out to Quaint as well. As you know, that's my son, who is a lead guitarist on it, and what you've done for him has been brilliant. I mean, getting another wee plug out there for him. So that's good. Thanks very much. And thanks what you've done for me as well through every podcast in the last couple of weeks. It's good to get the name out there because we've just started. I'm going to be launching this probably January. I could have done it earlier, but through Shopify and stuff like that, but I wanted to make sure everything's right, spot on. My website's still getting built just now because I'm not happy with some things and I want to be perfect with it. So basically what it is we're a streetwear brand. I'll go through the wee bit that I've done that's on the socials saying that it's working class values and family bonds. We're not just making clothes, we're creating a legacy to be passed down generation after generation and stuff. Embodied by resilience, pride, and the relentless pursuit of something that lasts. So it's not just a normal clothing brand, it's just going to be, like you're seeing now, everywhere it's jumping on a trend with white folks representing everything, do you know what I mean? Just for the sake of doing it. I'm going to stand my own 2 feet here and date my way, and that's it. I'm not going to change for anybody. And obviously the stoicism part of it, that's going to be intertwined with it. I know I've spoke to you a wee bit about it. The 4 pillars: wisdom, courage, temperance, and justice. I mean, that'll come later on with some of the things in it. The first one that's coming out, the hoodie that's behind me, the 84 core collection. That's a wee nod to my missus because she was born in 1984. She is the core of this family. So it's only right that I start with her.
Fuck up, you.
Well, it's true.
I'm having that. Plug your brand. I'm not having that shite.
Aye.
Oh, she's the rock. She's the pillar.
She is. I love this when I wouldn't have got off my arse to do it. Do you know what I mean? So, and then the next bit that will come out will be the Offspring collection. Obviously, my kids. The three of them, they'll be getting their own kind of wee nod to them, so something to look forward
Brilliant.
to in the future. So, aye, that's it in a nutshell. And it'll be launching in January. When it launches, it'll be everywhere. It'll be all over social media, and probably be sick of the sight of it.
Aye, so folks, you've no excuse. We've been plugged it now for I think it's about 2 months we've been doing this for Tim now, and he's only hitting the link that I put into the group chat. There's nearly 400 yous in the group chat now, but the Facebook group, 391 yous, YouTube 319, X, just is it 1900 yet, X?
I'm not sure, mate. I'm not sure.
Oh, thanks for doing your homework, Chris. You're fucking smashing. Well done. But we're up there as well. The TikTok's doing well, innit?
The TikTok is ticking over, as they say.
Oh, don't talk about that
Oh, don't
podcast,
talk
for
about
fuck's
that,
sake.
A blast for the past.
Oh, Jesus, could have made it up.
Aye, 750. So,
Nice.
Oh, fuck's sake.
no bad that.
Aye. 500 views, 2 likes. That's the way the TikTok works.
Exactly.
It's fucking smashing. So, folks, before we get any further, as I said there, we are going to do this every few weeks where it'll be as normal. Chris pick, my pick, and then one of your picks. So every 3 weeks, we'll have a member having the chance, like Tim's having the day, to come on and talk about their film, which is good. Mixes it up a wee bit. It's a different view for a different wee face, and I like that shit, you know what I mean? But Tim, tell us what your pick was and why.
So when you first announced it, I was kind of torn between Jaws and Into the Wild. 2 of my favourite films that are about, but Jaws, you made me choose. So I went with Jaws. This film, when I was growing up, it scared the shite out of me. It stuck in my head. You know what I mean? I was like terrified of watching it, but mesmerised with it. And it's just stuck there for all the years. You know what I mean? And I couldn't have picked any other one, really. That's the reason I went for it. For what it done to me in the past. Probably scared me.
That's a smashing choice, mate. Chris, what do you think about it?
Aye, like anybody, mate. I probably seen this when I was a wee boy, and I'll roll all his bits going, oh, that's fucking terrifying. It launched a mad fascination with sharks for me. See that, mad? The irrational fear that was a shark in the deep end of the fucking pool and all that on holiday. Shite like that.
You just stole my thunder. I was going to out a boy I went to school with, James McGall. He's on the, he's follows us, so he's going to hear this, I know. He used to be scared to go to swimming because of Jaws in primary.
Aye.
I think with myself, it was the original The Floor is Lava. With my parents, they used to, when I was no doing what I was told, and they would just do and I would up onto the couch out the road because I was terrified, thinking it was going to come and get me. And one of your other guys that's always commenting, James Blackshaw, I went to school with James, a long friend of mine, and I'm sure in school we acted this out. In primary school, running about the playground, you know what I mean? So
that'll be good then, because he'll hear this, because James is one of our avid listeners, and he'll definitely comment on that. So
definitely,
I can see the two of you actually doing it, knowing the two of you. I mean, I never went to school with James, but you know I've known James a long time as well, and caravan park and all that, and 2 o'clock in the morning car rides with you and big Ninos, fucking mental. But he'll definitely let us know. So 1975, not one of us was a twinkle in my daddy's sperm sack at that time at all. But watching it again last night, well, first of all, tell you a teeny wee bit about it, folks. The synopsis, very quickly: when a giant great white shark fatally attacks swimmers on the shores of Amity Island, Sheriff Martin Brody teams up with a marine biologist and a local fisherman to hunt down the creature. It was directed by Steven Spielberg, and it stars Rob Schneider, Robert Shaw, Richard Dreyfuss, Lorraine Gray, Murray Hamilton, and a very special mention for Lee Fierro, who I will talk about more later in the programme, because she deserves it. The budget was $9 million, And there's a big bit of trivia attached to that as well. But it made in like 476.5 million for 1975. That is, we're talking $9 billion.
Yeah, that's Scrooge McDuck kind of money diving into fucking pound coins.
I'm telling you, aye, until Peter Griffin does it and breaks all his bones. It's not like the cartoon at all. It's a hot body of mess. But it get 3 Oscars, didn't it? It get Best Music, Best Film Editing, and Best Sound Mixing. And today it stands up no end at 8.1 out of 10 on IMDb and a fucking tappity 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, man.
Aye, that's still stands up. You know what I mean? Although it is a big rubber fucking shark, but it's smashing. But you were saying the other night there on, was it TikTok? Is it a horror film?
It's a horrific happening of things, but it's not a fucking horror film. The shark doesn't come into your dreams like Freddy Krueger. It doesn't keep.
Well, what I will say
after getting killed.
See, the argument for it being a horror film. People around the world have an irrational fear of sharks.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, it could have been worse. It could have been a Christmas film. That was when it was meant to be released.
Ah, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Now, that would have been some argument with Die Hard than that. It's just a Christmas film.
Fucking shark jumping out the water with a wee Santa hat on that. What do you think, Tim? Do you think it's a horror?
Nah. Chiller, thriller kind of thing for me. Probably back then when I was watching it, primary school and that, it would have been a horror in my eyes, I mean, because I was horrified at it. Terrified.
It's subjective, innit? It's whatever you think it is. If you think it's a horror, it's a horror. If it's no, it's no. I was just playing devil's advocate and trying to get a bit of clout, which never fucking works as usual on that app.
Like I said, that would be the argument for, because, well, I mean, here in Britain, apparently more people are killed by cows than sharks. Yet everybody knows. I know a few guys that have been killed by cows, man. Fucking nearly done their cell in because of daft cows. So, know what I mean? But in fields. There you go.
That could be a new Spielberg film.
What's that?
A new film, Cows. About killing people.
Cows. But aye. But well, see that and all, it's weird, isn't it? You can only have certain films about certain animals. You know what I mean? Like this. And then you got like piranha and all that stuff. Can he be like a killer kangaroo and all that? Although I think that has been made now.
Aye, well, they like a box, they're kangaroos, didn't they? So, look, where was I? I've lost my thing here. My big fat thumb's just scrolled away down. So, before we get any further, just a wee shout out to our homeboys at Seismic Cinema and also Diabolic and Wreckfast. Hope you're still listening to us. We're still listening to yous. And obviously getting your wee plug and all that, which 1/3 of the fucking people I mentioned there plug is back. So that might be stopping. It's like giving likes away on apps. People, don't like that. It's brilliant. I'm not liking it. Do I like it?
I've only got 3 people loves.
Aye, tell you. Oh, Babel was the best, man. Babel was the best. That was it. It was the best social media argument causer in a relationship ever. Because if you didn't give your bird, your heart, your one heart every day, it was fucking investigations and fucking, terrible, man.
So it was brilliant, that was it.
Well, it was if you wanted to wind up a cow. But as we said, right, here's my bit. I need to press my wee jingle here. Let's go back to the year. Back to the year. Back to the year of the film. Over to Tim. Hey! 1975, Tim, what have you got for us? What happened?
1975. Gerald Ford was the president of America. And he survived 2 assassination attempts. But the Vietnam War ended then. So he done something. Aye. But over here, we had the lovely, not so lovely, Margaret Thatcher She was the first woman elected to lead the Tories.
Hey,
You know
that's just
more
some
about
right,
that?
man.
The VCR was developed. So
Oh,
there you go. Probably watched that one. Jaws on this for the first time. Microsoft was launched as well with Mr. Gates getting into that.
was it?
Aye. A loaf of bread was 11 pence. Pint of lager was 20 pence and 20 fags was 20 pence. So for 51p, you get fed, watered, and a bit of scran.
People out there just one single tear just rolled down their cheek there.
Back in the
Hello,
day.
darkness, my old friend.
And the average house price was only £16,980.
1690. That's no bad.
Aye. What else was going to be? Faulty Towers aired for the first time.
Magic.
Charlie Chaplin was knighted by the Queen, which I was surprised about. They asked him in an interview how he felt, and he said nothing. So,
He's a bit aloof, was Chaz.
we'll go into films then. What films we're going about then? Obviously, Jaws. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Rocky Horror Picture Show.
No.
The classic Dog Day Afternoon. And Monty Python's Holy Grail.
They're all smashing the films.
One of the best lines in it was I fart in your general direction, your mother was a hamster, and your father smelled of elderberry. Classic.
Oh, they don't do it like that anymore.
No, they don't. People born, not very much to go with. David Beckham, Jamie Oliver, Scary Spice, and Kate Winslet. That was the most notable ones that I've seen.
I think they're all fucking neighbours, I know.
Eh?
I think they're all fucking neighbours, I know.
I probably are, aye. Well, no Beckham, though. He's away out.
He's away.
Yeah, aren't he? So music back then, we had, this is for you, Craig, I know you'll like to sing out these ones that we're saying. Bay City Rollers, Bye Bye Baby.
Oh, Jesus.
With David Bowie getting his Space Oddity for the first time. Rod Stewart, Your Friend, with Sailing.
I wish he'd sail to fucking somewhere far away with an internet connection. Aye.
Steve Harley and Cockney Rebel, Make Me Smile.
Magic.
Roxy Music, Love Is the Drug. And Bruce Springsteen gets first ever top 40 hit with Born to Run. So decent music then as well.
Aye.
Smashing decade, that.
Aye. On to the other side at deaths now, right? So only a couple that I've seen that stood out. Aristotle Onassis, Jackie Kennedy's husband, the entrepreneur. Franco, the dictator for Spain. And Mo Howard, who was one of the Three Stooges. And I thought that was ironic that the three of us were on here today. I mean,
was that Mo that? Mo Howard, see the Mo one?
It must have been, aye.
Curly Larry Mo. She was a fat baldy one, so that was me then.
Jesus.
And just to end it all off there with the events and stuff, we actually had an active serial killer in the UK at the time with the Yorkshire Ripper, Peter Sutcliffe. He was cutting about doing people in. So,
Yeah, he had a wee dream and he tried to make it happen. Society just brought him down.
I know, and like so many misunderstood people of that ilk just went about it the wrong way. You know what I mean? Just we tad to the left. Just went about it the wrong way.
I thought I would add that in because when I've just finished listening to the Terminator one that he's done, Terminator 2, and Chris had mentioned the Rose West one as well. So I thought I'll add that Peter Sutcliffe and try and keep it going. Do you know what I mean? Maybe there's something in it here for you.
That's right. I forgot what I said after when he mentioned that. I says, hi. They made everybody feel part of that house, man.
Aye.
Just for bags.
Under the bricks.
Under the bricks, man. Oh, come on in there, my lovely. Make yourself at home. In fact, make yourself part of the fucking home. In you go now. I don't know why I've got me sounding like Bert at a trapdoor. Right there, Boney. How's it going there, mate? So that was brilliant, mate. Thanks very much for that. We launched back in time in 1975. My God, think how far a pound coin could get you back then.
Fuck's sake.
Or
Could
a
have bought a
pound
small
note,
island.
fucking that size. Aye. No such thing as pound coins back then. So, as we said there, we're on to talk about Jaws. Absolutely brilliant. We all watched that again last night, as we were saying there. I can't remember the runtime, but it just seemed long. Didn't seem long as in I didn't enjoy it, but it seemed a lot longer than I'd ever noticed it was before.
Aye. Right, because watching this, I remember like the first couple of attacks and all that, and then it just felt like it was right into them hunting the shark, whereas there's more in the middle of that part. So, aye, it's
Is it? Bit more
what it is
bureaucracy
anyway,
there.
mates. Aye. It's still smashing, man. It's what I was actually going to say to you is, given all the problems with the sharks and all that they had with us, do you think this is one of the films that would benefit from a remake?
Nowadays,
Let
with
Tim answer
what
that
they've
first.
got, the CGI and stuff like that, as long as they don't take it down the road of the Meg and stuff like that and make it ridiculous.
Well, see, I can get why, but I think this is one of the films. It's a cinematic masterpiece and just shouldn't be fucking rebooted or retampered with or digitally remastered or nothing. See, the fact we all know how bad the shark was and all that jazz, that's what makes it, man. And it's not, it doesn't get overused either. You don't see the shark until fucking well after halfway through the film.
Right, I think it's about an hour and 20 minutes before it actually appears.
Yep. Aye. That was all down to see the sharks not working properly and all that. So you were actually supposed to see more of the shark, but who knew that saltwater and metal doesn't mix?
Aye.
So
It's amazing that.
You were saying about the sharks not working. There was a wee bit I found on the internet about it, and Spielberg had invited Scorsese and George Lucas to see the mechanical shark in operation. Lucas put his head in it. Spielberg grabbed the thing with controls for it and stuck his head in it, and they couldn't get him out. Actually got him out, and they legged it because they thought they had actually broken. So
that was excellent, man. I read that. I can just imagine George Lucas fucking he'd stuck in a mechanical shark and them all sitting laughing until they couldn't get it fucking open again. Brilliant.
Boys and their toys.
I know.
But see as shark films go, I know, but we're saying it's if they want to remake it, I hope it doesn't get as ridiculous as The Meg. The most ridiculous shark film I have ever watched is something called Super Shark versus Mega Octopus. The shark flies out the ocean and takes out an aeroplane in the sky. That is a real thing.
Just nonsense in it. Absolute nonsense.
There's a lot of no bad shark movies that have been done. I mean, I think Channel 5 launched with Deep Blue Sea and Mrs. Doubtfire. I remember it. And Deep Blue Sea was pretty good. But I think is there not about 4 of them now?
Probably is.
Aye.
Then you've got Sharknado and all that shite.
It was actually a no bad one. It was I can't remember the name of it. It might be like 47 meters or something like that. And it's 2 lasses in a shark cage. And the next thing the cage falls off the boat and sinks to the bottom of the ocean. And they're down there with these fucking sharks all cutting about silly little boys in a bad tune. Here you.
No, I've not seen that one. I came across one on Netflix and it was a dubbed one. Is it Under Paris it's called or something? No.
That's it, aye.
That was alright. It took a wee while to get going, but it was pretty good. The sharks all in the river Seine and all that. It was fucking mental. But with regards to this one, what about you, Chris? You asked the question. Do you think it would benefit for a do-over, or you quite
Don't know.
happy to leave it where it is?
I mean, see if it was possible for them just to keep the same film, but kind of jazz up the shark. I think it'd be golden. But you're not going to get that, know what I mean?
Aye, no. But as I say, just one of the ones I would leave alone, unless, like you say, they could digitally remaster it and just spruce it up just a wee bit. But
Yeah.
it's smashing. I can imagine seeing that in the big screen back in 1975. You know what I mean? When you're no privy to your phone or anything like to see the trailer 100 times before you go and see the movie. It would have been fucking. Oh! Although I can imagine I'd be sitting there going, "When's this fucking shark going to appear?"
But it's another prime example of less is more. I mean, see if he'd have been spoilt with a shark and the fuck. That's how. See the opening scene where the first woman gets killed. By the way, see that actress? I know she just died in May.
Aye.
So,
Poor Chrissy.
but
A bit
see the
about
fact
that.
is
Sorry,
there's
Nick.
something out there at night. Aye, and you don't see it,
Mhm.
and it's just doing her in. I think that was more scary than have you seen the shark for the off. Know what I mean?
When she's getting thrown about with a shark and she's screaming, ah! I've noticed it last night because of the subtitles on. In the midst of all the screaming, she just goes, "It hurts." Like, no shit. Or a pal to a shark.
So that wee video with the two wee veins in it. Ow, Charlie, that really hurt.
Wee Wayne bites his brother's finger. Fucking great, man. So there's a lot of, as with everything, there's a lot of great trivia attached to this. When composer John Williams originally played the score for director Steven Spielberg, Spielberg laughed and said, "That's funny, John, really, but what did you really make for us?" And Spielberg later stated that without Williams' score, the movie would only have been half as successful. And according to Williams, it jump-started his career as well. That's just one of the ones. And the minute you hear the first bar, oh, Jaws.
Yep. Memorable.
If they made it now, but it'd be very inclusive. So the tune would go da 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 da.
I thought you were going to start singing the fucking backing track to that Jaguar relaunch video there again, mate.
No, yeah, mate. That's not getting forgot about. What the fuck is that? That seriously messed with me the other night.
I've not seen it yet, so.
Oh,
Jesus.
Mate.
Oh.
How to ruin a business in 3 seconds. Or 1 minute, 30 seconds, whatever, however long it is. It's fucking mental. I used to work for Jaguar. I know the clientele. They're all cigar smoking, Pringle jumper wearing, whiskey drinking, golf playing. What's the word the women use now? Misogynists? Aye, that's us. And they've fucking alienated a lot of them, man, I'll tell you.
So, mate, it was just, like I says, I was lying no well, and it popped up, and I went, the fuck is this? And then at the end, fucking Jaguar pops up, and I'm going, what? I didn't see a motor. That's fucking just blew my mind.
Austin Powers will turn his grave, by the way. Every Bond villain will turn their grave. Every British baddie in a film will turn their grave. It's fucking, it's horrible. So, I mentioned a very special mention in this movie for actress Lee Fierro. Now, I've done that because she is the very elderly mother of the wee boy that gets killed, whose name escapes me. I've got it down later. Alex, the kinder boy, isn't it? Aye. So, at the time, and by the way, if that's her husband, I know, he's worse. She was 46 at the time, and she only died in 2020, a good old age, of 91. Amazing, man. And a wee bit about her as well. Several decades after the film's release, she walked into a seafood restaurant and noticed an Alex Kintner sandwich on the menu. She commented she'd played the mother many years ago. Then Jeffrey Voorhees, manager of the restaurant, ran out to meet her, and he was the guy that played the wee boy. Just
Amazing.
pure random, man. Met each other
Yeah.
after all the years. And that's fucking nuts, man.
By the way, see his death in the film. It's fucking horrible, man. See, there's this. So you see the bit the fin just turning about, and you're going, "What the fuck's that?" Know what I mean? Oh, horrible, man.
Aye. You think the dog's away first, didn't you?
Aye.
I've always wondered what happened to that dog, if it legged it or it got
Aye.
scranned.
Did it not come back out the water with the stick?
No, the stick
No.
was floating in the water itself.
After that then. Oh, well. Obviously.
First casualty is the big dog. I'm like, bastard.
Obviously. That was a wee appetizer. And then it obviously wasn't that hungry today because it just wanted a kid's meal. Hey!
Hey.
Alex Kidner. Fuck you. But aye, she looks ancient. Everybody at the time and since has been like, away, it's not your noise, ma. Fuck off.
And then that was another thing I noticed when I was younger. I know. I'm going, is that his gran?
Aye.
And then obviously later on when she's pulling up the sheriff, that was my boy. And I'm going, that CL pickled your face, missus.
Was it? Was it though? Your boy was it? Aye. Smashing. But I don't know, they must have just came straight for the funeral that day. They're dressed up like fucking Spanish Inquisition veils and all that shit.
See, and saying that, fuck living in this place, Amity, right? You've got a shark out in the water, eating everybody, right? And you've got the Amityville House horror house in the same fucking wee tune. You can actually see it in this film. See when they're on the docks after they've caught the first shark and all that. You see it behind them, up on the fucking hill. You're like, why do we stay here? I don't know. Stuck.
Because there's because there's a smashing tailor in the town as well that makes suit jackets with wee anchors on them for the mayor. What the fuck is that all about?
That's fucking.
Wait,
It reminded me of Bruce Buffer.
Aye, exactly, Tim. That's mental. But another wee bit of trivia for you folks is according to writer Carol Gottlieb, Roy Schneider ad-libbed the line, "You're going to need a bigger boat." One of the magical moments in cinema, isn't it?
Right. That's it.
Amazing. But we'll get right on to things. Tim, give us one of your favourite scenes in it. Go. Hit me. Hit us.
Oh, I don't want to go straight into the best scene in it. So one of the scenes that
Chris does that.
stands out for me is when they're talking about Alex getting attacked there. The shot with Brody sitting on the deck chair looking out, and he's watching, everybody's talking to him and stuff, and the missus behind him, and then he sees it happening, and it's like the dolly pan, it's like the zoom right in. I mean,
That's
something, aye, great bit of cinematography. Really stood out for me. As I say, that's one of them, but I've got plenty, but I didn't want to pop right into the best scene in it.
Aye, there's a few best scenes. Chris, give us one of yours. Go. Fucking steal it.
Well, I'll not say that either, right? But I'll say it's this. See the one the shark attacks the guy that fell out of the boat. See the wee red boat when he's out. By the way, why is he out in that pond? He's there still there to the wee boys like, are you all right, lads? Are you all okay? I am Scoutmaster General. But see when he falls out the boat, and then you just see this. You just see the shark underneath the surface of the water, and it just drags him under as it goes under the boat. For that was brilliant, man.
Aye, and it's ended up and it ends with just seeing his leg fall into the bottom, didn't
it? Aye, he's mad pedo leg.
I should have been in that boat anyway. Fucking, it wasn't fit. He was legless. Can't.
I mean, just paint the picture. everybody's at this beach. Everybody's here. A group of small boys has went into the pond, and then there's this fucking guy. Hello.
Aye, definitely, man. It was a good scene because it all culminates alongside Tim was saying there as well. It's Brody is waiting for this shit to happen. He knows something's going to happen. He can't concentrate. See that as well. This film does this very well. There's a lot of talking over talking because so it's like you've shot a real thing. You're on the main character, and then you can hear this fucking loudmouth woman talking in the background. She seems to appear quite a lot with the tan and the fucking. She's like one of the gangsters' moles, isn't she? But it's done very well, very very well. Because as that old man's talking to Brody, Brody's looking at his shoulder. You can't really hear what he's telling Brody, but you can hear all the hustle and bustle in the background and her talking and all that. So it's great. But aye, mad pedo.
Mad pedo. Munch that pedo.
Oh, what
how about you, Craig, mate? Let's go steal the best scene. Go do it. Go do it.
No, I won't steal the best scene at all because I don't want to steal your thunder, mate. No, I'm going to do one of the major ones because, like Tim said earlier, you didn't realise it when you were younger, and obviously reading a bit of trivia and watching it last night in its entirety, the monologue for Shaw about the Indianapolis is just mesmerising. It's brilliant. It was obviously going to be one of my favourite lines, but it's far too much to fucking to write down and read back out to people. You need to just see how a proper actor delivers, and he nearly never, because apparently it was Stephen the first time made a total mess of it. The crew and Spielberg were raging with him, but he sobered up, he apologised and says, look, give me one more shot, and he done it in one take, and it's amazing, isn't it?
Aye, it's outstanding. As I said, I watched it last night again, and it took a new meaning on the film to me for after watching it, because you didn't get it back then, being 8-year-old, 9-year-old, whatever, do you know what I mean? Watching it and seeing it a total different light last night.
Mm-hmm. It kind of solidifies why he's a shark hunter and why he respects them and he hates them in equal measure. Was it 1,100 went into the water, 316 came back out. And the way he describes that way of just bobbing up and down, waiting on your turn and all that, while you're hearing your pals getting screaming and nod it and all that. Oh.
It's actually based on an actual event that happened.
Oh, no.
It's fucking.
And that's
tells you a war story, Jim. Me and my pals always get out with sharks. Like, all right, fuck.
Aye.
Sorry, I asked.
You're a right downing bastard, you, Jim, ain't you? Aye. I'm not inviting you to this pub again, you bastard. Here's another one, Tim. Feel free to say what you want.
Aye, well, going on for that then, there's because he's describing what it's like to be close up to the shark and stuff like that, and you see its eye, the black eye, and then it's gone white. So I'll lead into the scene where it basically ends him. I mean,
oh, there you go, you big bastard! You
had to go in for it. It's my choice, so I'm going with it. That scene when it decides to jump on the boat, and you just Brody's trying to grab a hold of his horn and slip, and you just know you're like, oh, he's done for here. Sliding down towards it, and the feet kicking there, and it's screaming. I remember watching that, but I'd be hiding behind the pillar. I mean, just going, oh, what? Here we go. And then that first chomp right into him, and the scream, and the tomato sauce coming out his gob.
Tell you what, see if you're going to watch this again anytime in the future, put a pair of earphones on for that.
Aye.
Because, as you say, the chomp, there's a sound effect to it that you don't really get unless you've got these on and you're, oh, what?
Aye.
That's brilliant, mate. It's a great scene. And like you said, the final cry when the blood spurts out his mouth. I remember being a wee boy, absolutely shiting it, man.
Aye. It's graphic, man. We've been waiting this whole film to see what this thing does, and you're seeing few legs but off here and there and all that. But then see that's just fucking. This is reality. You know what I mean? Oh,
Aye.
fucking.
It's also got you to a point in the movie as well where you're realizing this isn't just a man-eating shark. This is a clever man-eating shark. It's tactical because it kind of cripples the boat so that the back end is sunk so it can get onto it and all that kind of stuff. There's a couple of bits that I'm like, fuck off. When they're singing and the shark starts ramming the boat, it rams it like that. Like that. 25-foot shark just going bum, 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 bum. No. One big one would have sufficed.
I was down there listening to fucking what was that thing? Hadaway. What is love?
He's an scene, Chris.
Well, one I always look forward to is obviously when the sheriff's throwing the chum into the water, and the next thing this fucking behemoth just comes out the water, and it's mere his reaction, like fucking, and it just backs away. It's brilliant, man. It's one of the like the when Quint's getting killed is one of the things you always look forward to in the film. Just this, oh, there's that big bastard. It's fucking. Can't say enough about it, man. It's brilliant. And then obviously you get that line, you're going to need a bigger boat. So it's.
Which
Aye.
is one of the quotes that's misquoted over the years. Everybody would have said, we're going to need a bigger boat. And I probably said that growing up as well. And it's not until recently I've realised that's what he said. You're going to need a bigger boat.
Well, that's actually. Well, that's what I was going to say. That's one of the Mandela effects.
Aye.
Because a lot of people, the world there, say we're going to need a bigger boat. I don't know.
I do fucking know. I've said it all my life, and it's we're going to need a bigger boat.
Aye, definitely. I said it as well.
So,
well, it's like I said the other week. Anybody that's not heard about the Mandela effect, go read up on some of them. The Snow White one is fucking unbelievable, by the way.
Aye, I just that does it for me. The Snow White one. That's the that's the undisputed one because there's nobody in the planet Earth that says otherwise to that. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
Mental.
So much so they brought out a film called Mirror Mirror.
Aye.
And I'm like, the fuck did you get that for?
Aye. It's not magic mirror, is it? It's mirror mirror. Fuck's sake. Another one for me, I know I'll just put another wee random scene, is it's not a great scene, but it's a poignant scene, and it angers me, right? See, when they all go back in the beach, they've no shut the beach, they've put signs up and they're looking out and blah blah blah. And the mayor goes up to this old couple and says, "Why are you not in the water?" You know what I mean? They're like, I've just put some suntan lotion on and that. I don't want to get it off. He was like, "Look, come on, it's a seaside town. Get in the water." And the guy does it with his wife, and I'm guessing drags his 3 fucking grandchildren in as well. It just angers me. Because being Glaswegian, I know you, Chris, and you, Tim, would have said the exact same thing to me. You go in the fucking water.
Aye.
You know what I mean?
Aye. You go in first, mate.
Aye.
There's a Fierro goldfish in there. You want me to take yourself to fuck?
Aye. So it's not a big giant scene, but it's a scene that's very poignant. It angers me because him bowing to the mayor to get into the water, everybody sees them get into the water and goes, "Oh, we're going into the water," and then it all kicks off, doesn't it? It's fucking, you're like, just the stupidity of people. And the line subplot as well that the mayor just has to have put a price on human life at all, don't you know?
Yeah. Now you usually find that with these kind of characters, don't you? It's all about the Benjamins. But I'm glad you said you thought that was his grandwains, because I thought it was another case of everybody in this town is old as fuck looking. You know what I mean?
Who knows? Maybe they're still firing out swimmers at fucking 70. I don't know. Pardon the pun, swimmers, but you know what I mean. Hey Agnes, let's get a wee baby. But I'm 59. You're fucking in your prime. You're no dusty down there. Here we go.
There's life in the old lady yet.
We'll put another bar in the fire and we'll go at it. Let's do it. Any other scenes, Chris? Tim?
Aye. The other one that's memorable is right at the start with the first introduced to Quint, and they're all having a meeting about what's happening. They're all your pal with the tan in the hair, asking all sorts of questions, and then you just hear it with the blackboard, the scratching, and it just everybody's like, "What the fuck's that?" What a way to introduce somebody into a film. I mean, it's. I think it set it off for me, like what sort of character he was going to be in the film. I mean, it's like, I'm going to catch a bird. Aye. One of the ones that always stands out.
You know,
I was thinking, I don't know.
Sorry.
I sure wasn't even going to do this film because he didn't like the book.
Aye.
I'm glad he did. Who else was considered? Do you know? No.
Don't know. It's just he had to be convinced by his wife to do it.
She just wanted him at the house.
Aye.
just do it, Robert. Come on.
Away you out and play, Robert. On you go.
Aye. Better be Bevan on set and Bevan in the house. I'm fucking sick of the sight. You wee bastard. We can go and do it.
That. See, another scene I'll give a shout out to. It's see when Hooper's getting attacked in the cage. I know it's fucking so freaky and all, man. This behemoth again attacking this fucking cage, just setting right about it. You know what I mean?
Aye.
And then it's mixed with real footage, a real shark and all that as well. So you're like, oh fuck.
That's right. It's very noticeable when you see it swimming away. It's like actual in it.
Yeah.
But
so
that's a great scene, that. But I remember being annoyed and all because he drops the fucking spear, the harpoon. Fucking idiot. One job, mate. And its mouth was right in front of you, you know?
But
There's a hope, There's a hope,
It's like that thing, but it's always in these films. See if people don't do stupid shit, nothing happens. You know what I mean? It was like somebody said to me, like, was it the film 2012? Why is this guy always inches away from disaster? Like, well, see if he was fucking safe all the way through the film. What's the point, guys? You know what I mean?
Because he can drive a limousine like a fucking Lamborghini. That's how.
We should have known that he was going to drop it anyway, because earlier on, when they go out in the boat and they go underneath one of the guys' fishing boats, remember? And they go under, and that's another scene where the heat pops out, and he drops the tooth and the torch and legs it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it was setting us up then, we should have known.
Aye, definitely.
See that as well? That's another thing. See with the mares, right, if you got this tooth, sorry, why the fuck do you need to see a tooth? We've just found another dead guy.
I know. That's baffling. Baffling. Did you see the tooth, Martin? Well, no, but I did see the fucking boat. You know what I mean? And
you know, old fucking Jim, he's dead. Something's gouged at him. It's not enough for me.
Say one thing for this shark, it never clears its plate, does it? Always leaves a wee bit. Like, oh no. I'll just leave that there. A wee leg here and a wee head there. And then poor Chrissy at the start was just, she came out in a tray, didn't she?
Aye. It's a serving platter. There you go, there's your finger foods.
Got to say as well, not even scene-wise, but special mention in this for Richard Dreyfuss. I'm no his biggest fan, but in this, I think the character he plays, a hooper, is excellent. Right for the very get-go, when he gets on the jetty and there's hullabaloo and people are all jumping out their boats and he's just looking about as if to say, okay, you're going to die. You know what I mean? And then he's right in to do the autopsy of poor Chrissy. And the physical excitement and shock and everything while he's dictating what he's found. And it's great. He plays a great part. And obviously there's an off-screen and on-screen dislike between him and Robert Shaw that worked in its favour. You know what I mean?
Aye. Because it was about George Lucas that actually recommended him on it.
that scene you're talking about with the autopsy as well, it stuck out for me last night watching it. And he's like, "Oh, can I get some water?" And the old boy turns around, comes back, and it's one of the wee McDonald's fucking tomato sauce cups he gives him. And he's like, like, what the fuck is that? Never noticed it before until last night. I was like, what the fuck?
Excuse me, could I have a
That's
thimble
not
full of water, please?
Fucking thimble. Ridiculous.
So Martin, he's gave me ketchup.
Aye. That's fucking barbecue sauce.
It's brilliant, man. So we talked about the shark and how, relating to the budget, was $9 million. It was originally 6, and the other 3 million was all spent on the shark. And the shark was named fondly Bruce. Hey! Bruce the shark. He's got 4 minutes of screen time. And Spielberg named the shark Bruce after his lawyer. So his lawyer must have been a bit of a fucking shark, I know. So there was a left-hand side shark, a right-hand side shark, and then a full motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And as much as saltwater wasn't kind to the mechanics, it was kind to a camera or film in a camera, apparently, that they draped under the water and thought was irretrievable. But because sailing was in seawater, the film was fine, and you get a lot of these smashing shots of up and above the water that might have been lost, and they're great, man.
Because what was it? Each shark cost what, 500k? That's mental, man.
And then another 500k each in repairs and maintenance.
You just imagine that at all. Taking it to a mechanic. How long's it going to be? Oh, I don't know, mate.
Aye. Oh. It's going to cost you. That dorsal fin's fucked. It'll be a couple of weeks before I get another one out of parts department, you know what I mean?
Aye. No, I don't know, mate. I don't know. It's an older model, this. What?
Just to give people a bit of scale of the gravitas of this movie back in the day, over 67 million people in America alone went to see this film when it was initially released in 1975. And that was just under a third of the country's total population at the time. And that obviously made it the very first ever summer blockbuster. So, this shows you, man.
Because I think it was like the first to release it in multiple different cinemas, wasn't it? As opposed to, right, it's here for 2 weeks and then it rolls on there for 2 weeks. I think it went everywhere all at once and created the blockbuster. And now they can't get a blockbuster for loving their money.
Aye.
I know. It must be so hard with all that money and technology at your fingertips to make a good film these days. A bit like Frank Lampard when he had a transfer embargo at Chelsea. He done well because he couldn't spend any money, and then he got fucking money, fucked it up. But that's the way things happen. Right, so let's go on to the very quotable movie and ask Tim, gives a favourite bit of dialogue or a bit of line or a bit of quoting.
Right, I found one last night for the first time, a part in it that I've never heard before. Aye,
it hurts.
This isn't really like a quote in it, but see when he's out and he's got the patrol boats out looking about and he's shouting on them, what's happening out there. The first one he shouts, it says, "Brody to Scud Bucket." What the fuck?
I've never noticed
Scud
that.
Bucket? You never ever see who the fuck Scud Bucket is. What? And I'm shit, you know, watch it back and put subtitles on it and you will see it. Scud Bucket.
I'm hoping that's the name of the boat, man. Jesus.
That made me laugh last night. Favourite quotes. We've already went and said they're going to need a bigger boat. But for me, one of the best ones is with Hooper. After they've put the thingies in it, the barrels, and he's got up and he's like, boys, oh boys, I think he's going to come back for his noon feeding. Excellent. And you just see it heading towards Orca.
Aye. That's great, man. As I say, wee Dreyfuss, he delivers his lines good.
Aye.
That's run about the bit in the movie as well when Shaw's just barking orders at him. He's like, "Yeah, Captain. Yeah, no problem. Full speed ahead." And then there's a cracking. He breaks the fourth wall by looking directly into the camera and nodding to when they lose the shark.
Yeah.
Just looks like that. You're like,
Yeah.
"Hello." Quite. What about you, Chris?
Although it's Quint's monologue for me, mate. It's just fucking. I know I've already spoke about it, man, but it's one of the parts in a film. I found myself doing it again last night. See, just fucking pure staring intently and just taking it on, and then you realise, going, that's sucked me in. That it's fucking superb, man. Just everything describing. Like even the like Tim's already said, see the shark's eyes, like it goes black and then it fucking rolls over white and all that. You're going, that's fucking. It's like he's describing a demon or something like that. It's
Exactly.
superb, man.
She's
Ironically, he's describing his own death, isn't he? Really? Before it
You know what
happens.
I mean, it's a bit of foreshadowing that. A bit of foreshadowing.
Oh, hashtag James Patterson, full shadowing. There you go. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. There's hundreds of quotable dialogue in this. And obviously, we'll probably go over all the famous ones, you know what I mean? But there's some other wee bits I picked up on as well. Even Ellen Brody, who is a stunning looking woman, by the way. She is. Fine looking woman, cutting about in a bikini 24/7. I want a wife like that. She even says to Martin at one time, and I wrote it down as one of the best lines, is hey, want to get drunk and fool around?
Aye.
You're fucking right, I do, hen.
Aye.
Aye. But one of her lines in it, she's talking to Hooper, and she says, Martin hates boats. Martin hates water. Martin sits in his car when we go on the ferry to the mainland. I guess it's a childhood thing. There's a clinical name for it, isn't there? And Brody says, aye, drowning.
Brilliant.
So there's off-cuff comedy in this, and it's well served. It's no for belly laughs, but it's for I like that. Like you cut your jib there. He's another one, Tim.
I was thinking of you when I heard this one, and it's again when they're in the house talk to each other. He's obviously with the Boston. They're in a yard, not too far from the car. And I thought, that's right up his seat. He wanted to do that accent on this. Aye.
I goes full Mark Wahlberg, doesn't he?
Aye. Going to a proper one, and it's Quint taking a shot with Brody, and it's here's to swimming with bow-legged women. He's just fully all the wee ones, isn't he? He's unreal.
You, Chris, anyway.
I would say it was that woman scene when she pulls up Brody on the dock, and like just talking about how she found out that there was a young lassie attacked her the other day there, and you knew about it, and you but my boys did and all that, and you're just going, that's a bit heavy. That that's.
See the heaviest thing about that? Everybody's hearing it, including the fucking mayor, and including all the people that don't want the beach shut, and they stand there and just let him take it. Takes a full Denny, when it's really no his fucking fault. Partly his fault, but not all his fault, you know what I mean?
Aye. That's what I say is, mate, it's fucking, because again, it's more like kind of hitting. Know what I mean? Because there's also a bit after that when the mayor says, I'm not going to cut this fucking thing's stomach open, and that young boy's body fucking slides out over the deck. Know what I mean? You're going, aye, that'd be a bit grim, that.
Aye.
It's fucking.
If you look at that shark hanging up and on, you'll be like, there's no way that's got anybody in it. You know what I mean? It's
that's not even fucking sleeping bag worthy, that.
No. Another good line for Quint when he's what's the word I'm looking for? When he's putting all the supplies onto the Orca, and Martin's saying cheerio to his missus and all that, and Quint, here lies the body of Mary Lee, died at the age of 103. For 15 years, she kept her virginity. Not a bad record for this vicinity. Just to hit out all these wee maritime fucking rhymes and tunes and all that, and he's smiling doing it. But do you notice that he's got a first mate? He turns up to the hall and he scratches the board. He helps him put all the shit in the boat, and then just as they get on the boat, I don't know. He's got a wee fucking red miner's helmet on. He looks mocking.
Wee eye go.
Aye.
Oh.
Who's your pal?
He's wee song he hits every now and again and all. Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies.
Brilliant, man.
You see the other two looking at him all the time when he's singing as if, what the fuck is he getting on about here?
He's took a movie of that rat pish.
Because Hooper realises he doesn't know that song and just starts singing, show me the way to go home.
Right.
And that's a good bit.
Oh, I got a wee tune.
Aye, it's a good bit in the movie because they're getting on, they've got a wee livener in them, they're drunk, and they're just regaling each other, and then you're back in again, the shark's like that. Fuck yous, night time, I'm hungry.
What is love?
You see that he switches at that moment as well. You see him switching from being all happy and merry, and he sees it banging, and you just see the switch going in his eyes as if he knows, right, we're under pressure here now. And he's like, start the engines.
It's good the way he does it, because he doesn't shout or panic, he just start the engines, Mr. Hooper. Oh, man, they panic, and he just gets up, matter of fact. I don't get why he smashes the radio up, but
because I think he just wants to date his wife, and that he doesn't want help. He wants to be known as a man that gets this. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I know he's going.
He's waited all his life for this moment, kind of thing.
It's personal. It's between him and the shark, and it's only going to be him that brings it without MD's help. But he's got two boys on that boat that fucking want to say hello. We're sinking. You know what
help.
I mean?
We've got enough to
And
well, I was going to ask that. I see when he pushes the boat too hard and fucking wrecks the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Is he meaning to get marooned on purpose? So it's like a fight to the death? Or is he just went fucking mental?
That's what it's like. That's what I was just going to ask you. Because Hooper's like that. You're pushing her too hard. She can't take it. You're going to blow the transom. And he just smiles and then gives it even more. Do you know what I mean?
That's one of the parts of the movie. If you're watching it last night, seeing it in a different light. I mean, when you were younger, you've no noticed it that way. But last night, you're like, he's lost it here. He's tuned in, and it's just him and this shark, and that's it. And he'll do whatever it takes on his terms. I mean, it's like, and that's when he was singing that bit as well. And he's grittier when he's singing it about the Spanish ladies, like almost as if he's lost the plot. Do you know what I mean?
And that's why I was wondering, because see, after he kills the boat and they're all storing there like that, well, that's that fucked. He then goes, Hooper, what is it you do with these things? Know what I mean? So is that him snapped out of it and came back to reality? Or, know what I mean? Was that always his purpose?
That's a good point, that. That's a good point. That's as if he's come down for his fucking godlike high and realised, I can't kill this fucking thing. What do these do? You know what I mean? Aye, that's a good point, mate. Any other favourite lines or anything, boys?
Obviously, you're going to need a bigger boat. Just, that's a throwaway line in everyday life now.
There's one last night as well, seen with it when they're painting on the billboard, and the mayor's like, now I want those little paint happy bastards caught and hung up with their Buster Browns. Like, what?
What are Buster Browns?
I had to go and Google it. It's a pair of shoes.
Oh. Oh.
And
I
there
put a
again,
who knows when that. I thought it meant to hang them with the buzz.
aye. There you go. That's the mayor. That's the mayor in a nutshell. He's more interested in that than catching the fucking man-eater that's chewing up his fucking constituents. You know what I mean? Another good line as well was when they first see the shark. Well, Brody sees it and then they see it going by. And Hooper says, that's a 20-footer. And Quintus says, 25, 3 tons of them. Fucking, like, oh, 25 foot, 3-ton shark, Jesus. Surprised it fucking leaves bits at anybody when it's fucking chewing. And Brody, I know, just before we see the shark, you're getting told slow ahead, slow ahead. He goes, slow ahead, I can go slow ahead. Come down here and chum some of this shit. And then the fucking shark appears, man.
See another thing, right?
All
Now,
right, okay, another thing, right.
I can't remember this, right? See, the first time I watched fucking Jaws, maybe it's just I think it was fleeting. But see, after Quint's speech and all that, see when Brody goes out onto the back of the boat, it's at night time. There's something flies across the sky.
Aye, I seen that last night.
Aye,
Happens twice, right after each other.
aye,
A big red line.
aye. So I was like that going, I don't ever remember seeing that as it being digitally fired in, but it was there when the original film came out. And there's a thing out there. They actually believe they caught a UFO or a meteor on video while filming.
E.T.
Aye, there you
Well,
go.
that's what I thought. Is it like Close Encounters? Know what I mean?
Easter egg.
Because I think that's his
Aye.
next film. But apparently, no. They just caught it while filming.
Aye.
And it was
Same
fucking quite prominent last night. I was like, fuck was that?
Aye.
Same as you, mate. And I only looked for it because it was in the trivia. But Spielberg explains it to they accidentally caught a shooting star. And that's why he just thinks it off. But it's slower in it and there's a redness to the tail. It's like caught
Aye.
it, if anything. So it put the time in the trivia of when this appears. So I was like aye, fucking right enough, man. Never seen that before.
Aye. No, fucking, like I say, it caught me on the hop last night. I was like, what the fuck? And then I was like, oh, maybe CGI. And I'm going, but that shit didn't really exist.
Mm-hmm.
Know what I mean? So I'm like, fucking, that's. I like you say, see, because it's fucking this bright red.
Mm-hmm.
You're going, what?
I know it's mental, mate. Tim, who's your favourite character?
I don't know. I seen it different last night, as I said. And it was always Brody. We were talking about quotes because of the quote right at the end. I mean, I deliberately didn't say it there because I know we're going to go into the ending and stuff. We'll leave it now. But I seen Quint a lot different last night, so I think I'm actually going to go with him. I think he's, especially because of that monologue, and then the madness. Just seeing him totally different, man.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the three of them play good parts in it, so I'll go with Quint.
Aye, Chris.
I'll say the shark. I mean, because he's out there serving justice one chomp at a time. I mean, because that last at the start, right? Let's get right down to the bare bones of this. She's out there skinny dipping at night. That's illegal. He bites that paedophile. What he was doing is illegal. Know what I mean? He kills Quinn. Quinn was drunk driving. It's illegal. All I'm saying is this: he's a misunderstood character.
Aye, that's fair enough. Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Well, just for diversity, I am going to pick Hooper because it's one of the very few things I like Richard Dreyfuss in, and I think he's a good character. You said it best there, Tim. The three of them all play brilliant parts, and they're all very different people that shouldn't work, but today, do you know what I mean? And they're great. For some reason, I just don't remember him popping back up again at the end. When he fucking gets battered out the cage. He obviously goes away and hides with that oxygen tank. Doesn't come back up to the sharks away and all that. And I was like, fucking, the wee man's back. There you are. So I like him.
See, that's another thing as well. Like, what was his plan? Like, just they stayed in there till the oxygen ran out, and then Oh, he's away.
Maybe he was searching for his spear.
Aye. Fucking aye, try to find that. But it seemed to hit the deck of they seem to be out very far, but he drops the spear and it hits the seabed very quickly, so it doesn't look very deep. But
Very shallow waters at that time, remember?
Aye, see.
were they?
That's what I caught.
Aye,
I
that's
caught that last night because Quinn's
What
like,
says
we'll
that
take him
for-
into the shallows.
I didn't. But I just thought they never got there because it kills the boat. But
Yeah.
there you go. Now I'll bow to your two suggestions. That makes a lot more sense, I suppose. Excuse me, guys, and everybody listening about this cough. I've been trying to mute it best I can, but it's catching me unawares. So there we go. That's my 3 favourite characters. Tim, what would you give this film out of 10?
Straight up 10 out of 10, mate. My
10
favourite.
out of 10 for you? Aye, well,
Favourite
that's,
film. Aye.
I would expect everybody we get on guest-wise have picked their favourite film anyway, so that makes a lot of sense. What about you, Chris?
Aye, I'll give it a 9. A 9. Like I say, the only thing that holds it back is the shark. But the shark is also brilliant for when this was made. So, know what I mean? But that's me, there's been panickety, as they say. Or as
Aye.
you say.
Resasti. Well, I'll continue the marking, but I've got an 8 on ImDb, and I'll stick to an 8, a good solid 8. It's fantastic. I don't know why it's not a 9, to be honest with you, but it's a great film. I think it's just suffering for me for having seen it at least 50 times. Do you know what I mean? But it's still good. I'll never no turn that off. It's not a bad. It's fucking good film, man.
Well, it's like I say, mate, the film's that good, it's in everybody's psyche. We've all got an irrational fear of fucking sharks, despite the fact there's a good 95% chance we'll never see a shark. And I take the 5% off because Deep Sea World is just along the road.
Well, I've done that. I've swam with sharks year before last. Think so. Shona got me as a Christmas present. I think that was telling me fucking something.
Jump the bar with that steak outfit on you there, boy.
Wondered why she was fucking chibbing me before I went. It was great experience. Obviously, nothing like we've just witnessed in the movie, but big enough that I wasn't too comfortable. But it was a good experience, and all that. You're right, mate. We're never going to see a shark of that magnitude in our cold climes, but not to say they're not out there. Not to say that people aren't getting killed by them on the daily in other parts of the world, and not to say that sharks even bigger are doing in that bit of the fucking water that we can't get to. Do you know what I mean?
See, there was a part of the film that we kind of skipped there. So when Brody's reading the books and all that, and it's like people don't even know how old fucking sharks are. They can live for thousands of years and all that, and it's just, again, mate, it's just a freaky thing that's swimming about the water.
Aye. Well, that to be respected. I think everybody's got a fascination with them as much as we're fearing them as well. I think if there's a shark programme on the telly or National Geographic or something like that, you'll watch it and you think you know everything about them, and then you'll find something else out about them.
Get another bit of info on it.
When Quinn talks about, that Tim mentioned about the eyes, and then they roll over white, and knowing for documentaries that's they're feeding eyes in it. It's a protective thing because they're their eyes to stop them getting pierced or whatever. Oh.
But it's like I say, it's like how things are perceived differently. Like sharks, right? Sharks, or they're going to come get you and all that. But then you've got the killer whales, like orcas, and we made Free Willy with that. Know what I mean?
Aye. And
But
that's why
the shark in this film has got all the traits that a killer whale would have.
See, one last one with the quotes and that. The quote at the end, and it goes into the Mandela effect thing as well. Smile, you son of a bitch. I say it last night when I watched it. Just say, smile, you son of a. And it stops. You're like, no, he definitely said bitch back in the day.
I remember bitch. Aye, I remember bitch.
I said it in my one last night. Definitely.
Are you watching it in VHS?
No, now. watched it on the Now app. It was on that.
Unless I've dubbed it or something on Sky.
Well, I watched it on Blu-ray, and there was no bitch because I was like,
Aye,
yo.
definitely.
And again, aye, it's like the was it the Queen song, "Champions of the World." That song finishes with,
Aye,
no, it doesn't.
aye.
So it's very
I know.
similar. It just stops, and you're like that. I remember World at the end. I remember that.
Aye. I'm sure I heard that for 9 years in the trot back at
Oh,
I'm sure
definitely.
I did. But there you go.
I heard it in a while.
Exactly. So there we go, folks. That has been Jaws 1975. Timeless. And just to put this into perspective as well, next year Jaws will be 50 years old. Think of the 50-year-old films you watched when you were a wee boy, and then think of that, watching it as an adult, 50 years old. You're like, fucking, that was 50 years ago, man.
Yeah. Well, in saying that, I'll need to wait a few more years to go. 50-year-old, eh?
Aye, all right, you fucking youngin. You always got a cheeky wee jibe in about my age, by the way. That one a few episodes ago, I know. I said I liked something you went,
in check.
aye, man, I liked that, I know, when she was a wee lassie. I was like, you fucking bastard, you.
Well, what can I say? What can I say?
What can you say?
But
Well, what I can say is thank you everybody for tuning in and listening. We hope you enjoyed it. Please leave us a like. Please leave us a comment. Share us with people that you like. Share us with people that you fucking hate. I don't care. There's no such thing as bad publicity. Tim, thanks for coming on, mate. It was a peach of a film you picked.
Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. It was great. I enjoyed it. Good hearing the two of you doing your thing that you always do. And seeing it for a different. I think watching it, being involved in it. I mean, it's
Aye.
it was good, really good. And I hope other people that come on and do the same as well and enjoy it as much as I have.
Good. Sure they will.
Just keep up the good work, boys.
Aye, nothing else for it. We'll definitely get back on in the future.
it's Tim's. He's hit for the movie bingo.
Oh, you get to pick from my list, innit?
Aye, your list.
Because you done an interview of Vampire. Right. So it's between 1 and 50. There's obviously a good few away, but I'm not going to bore you by telling you what ones. Just pick a number between 1 and 50. If it's there, it's there. If it's no, it's no.
Well, we nearly been 50. We'll go with 50. And that's near your age and all, so.
Motherfuckers. 50's away. Dickhead.
Well, 49 then. There you go.
49?
Aye.
Oh! We're into the realms of a sequel to a classic and probably the best of the original trilogy. The Empire Strikes Back.
Nice one.
We'll be doing that next. Stop touching your titties. I want you in my belly. Look at my titties. They're evil. So there we go, folks. Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. We'll be doing that next time around. Thank you, everybody, once again. You can get us on YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, fucking Spotify, Deezer, Apple Podcasts, the whole shebang. If you can't get us on something, then that place or app isn't worth fucking having. Do you know what I mean? But you've no excuse. Get us shared, get us liked, and join the fun. Once again, thanks to Quaint for continuing to be the fucking boys that they are. I've been privy to a sneak listen to some of the new stuff that is going to be hitting our airwaves very shortly, and I'd urge everybody to get onto your listening platform of choice, get them followed, and also I'll try to be more informative of gigs that they're going to be doing and stuff like that. But they've not been on their socials quite a lot, haven't they? No, they used to put down that they're going to be playing this year and that way, but they've not been doing a lot.
Yeah, that was the TikToks I was seeing. It was merely acoustic stuff that we're doing.
Lazy teenagers.
Because they've not got you doing it for them anymore, probably. You know what I mean? Daddy Tim was doing a lot of it. But they're great at what they do. They are, I'm not just saying that because obviously Tim's sitting there and because I know Lou since she was a baby. They're fantastic. And they've got something that a lot of bands you'll go and see on the live scene haven't got yet. Don't be wrong, they never maybe quite had it at the very start, but see now and see hearing what I've heard in the last couple of weeks, there's a maturity, a gravitas, and a willingness to work as well that's pure evident in hearing them.
Yeah.
They're smashing. They've got the ear, they've got the eye, and they've got the will to do it. So I just hope the next Alan McGee's going to just stumble in one night and hear them and go, boys, come into my fucking pound-laden bosom. I'm going to make you bitches famous. They'll get there. You must be proud, Tim, eh?
Aye, immensely. I'm soon going to see him on King Tut's and stuff like that. It's a bit surreal seeing it happening, do you know what I mean? And you say there, they have matured and they're getting better and better every time they're bringing something out now. I was quite critical at the start with the thing of how they done their songs and finishing on a solo always, and I was like, what is that all about? Come on, you can't be doing that. And they seem to have changed, but they're working with different people now in the studio and stuff like that who are mixing it better and stuff like that. So I mean, they're paying money for proper people to be doing it. So good luck to them, man. They'll get where they want to be if they get their finger out.
Chris is dying to go and see them, isn't you, mate?
Aye, exactly. We'll go see them. I can't remember the name of that place. See right beside the arches. I'm sure they were in there. But I think we'll be all walking or something like that. I'm going to go.
Aye, classic.
Aye, I think so.
Aye.
Aye, because it's like I say, mate, it's right up my street. The music's right up my street. You know what I mean? It's fucking. It's like we all listen to that kind of music. So, and I'm a gig going person, as you know.
Aye, we all are. The three of us are. So we'll need to do something in the new year.
Absolutely.
We'll give a wee bit of notice, get some dates, and we'll go down. We'll have a beer and we'll
go on a guest list.
Aye, we'll kid on with our fucking young things again. And
aye.
Watch these boys living out the dreams that we never pursued a wee bit, but never fucking landed.
Yeah.
So well done, boys. That's the best plug you've had in a while there for the Quaint Band. Aye. And Tim, lastly, before you go, mate, Native Origins hitting in January. What can we look forward to seeing?
T-shirts, hoodies, jumpers to start with. What we're going with, and then going into other things down the line. I don't expect it to be an overnight success or anything like that. And I don't want it to be like that. Do you know what I mean? I want it to build slowly, get people to understand the brand first, why I'm doing it, and what it's all about. Do you know what I mean? It's easy just to pick a T-shirt up and put something on it and put it on sale and hope or TikTok will go mad with it, or pay an influencer who I don't know, who doesn't understand the brand, just for a quick buck. It's not about that. Do you know what I mean? It's definitely not about that, and I don't want to go down that road. I'll date myself. I'll date through the hard work, putting the work in, but obviously getting help for like yourselves and putting the sponsorship out there. I've done a sponsorship with Arthurly as well. That'll be coming soon. So it's just another wee bit of exposure there, do you know what I mean? And hopefully it takes off in the right way, the way I want it to be. And I said before, we're going to gym wear and stuff like that, because that's a big part of it as well. When doing all the gym, with a shout out to Craig Young Fitness, who's been a big part of this for me, and him, what he's doing for me is spurring me on, getting me mentally in tune, my body getting better, but mentally in tune to take this brand to the next level. I mean, so a wee plug for Craig there as well. I'm sure he'll be happy with that, because he's starting out in his journey through a brand as well, basically, do you know what I mean? Personal fitness. So exciting times, man. And as I said before, it's not just going to be for the sake of making a quick buck. Do you know what I mean? People benefit out of this, for me doing this. Families and friends run about me, do you know what I mean? I'll help out. I'll give back to the community, do you know what I mean? Things like Arthurly will be helped out, Barhead Youth Football Club will be helped out through it. I'll give something back to the community of Barhead as well. Do you know what I mean? I'll make sure that I do that if I'm successful, I'll do something that money gets put back into the community, because that's what it's all about. Do you know what I mean? Family, community, stuff like that. And if I can help people, that's 100% what I want it to be about. And thanks very much, you guys, for giving me the opportunity to spout about it. Get it out there.
Not a problem. As I say, mate,
Yeah,
fucking buzzing for you, proud of you. I'm sure it'll work. I'm sure it'll be taken on board by people, especially once they hear the reasons why. It's like you said, it's not just a badge on a t-shirt. MD can put anything on a t-shirt. Just need to look at my 2 Wednesday, put fucking everything on their t-shirts, stickers, fucking tomato sauce, everything, you know what I mean?
Aye.
But I know, keep going. I can't wait to January. Can't wait to be able to plug your link, and I can't wait to buy some more stuff, to be honest with you. So I'm
And
like
Chris-
watching Craig doing his fitness videos with his t-shirts. Oh, you get t-shirts, you bastard. Fuck you. Fuck you, your t-shirts.
Chris, you'll need to give me your sizing after it, and I'll get a t-shirt.
Ah, no worries, mate. No worries.
To get it on the podcast. As a thank you for having me on.
Excellent. Right, boys, that'll do us
Nice.
for episode 17. Thanks, everybody, once again. Thanks to Tim. My name's Craig. I'll say cheery bye.
Hi, I'm Chris. Cheery bye.
And I'm Tim, and cheery bye.
You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. We must be cautious.
The views and opinions of this podcast are solely our own, with no direct intention to offend or upset.
Brilliant. Fucking brilliant.
So we share your